He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A calm strength, a natural charm, and a screen presence that commanded attention without effort. Baris Arduc didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his reputation step by step, turning discipline, patience, and quiet confidence into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Baris Arduc was born on October 9th, 1987, in Switzerland, to a Turkish family originally from Artvin. His early years were marked by movement and adaptation, as his family later returned to Turkey, where he grew up balancing education with responsibility. Before cameras and scripts entered his life, Baris lived far from the world of fame. He worked various jobs, including lifeguarding and sports-related work, experiences that shaped his discipline, physical strength, and grounded outlook on life. His path into acting was neither rushed nor accidental. After completing acting training at the Sudri Alisa Cultural Center, Baris began with supporting roles in television series, slowly learning the craft from the ground up. Early appearances in projects like Küçük Hanımefendi and Dinal Sevgili allowed him to develop screen awareness, but his true breakthrough arrived with the role of Ömer Ipliksi in Kiralik Ask. Kiralik Ask became a cultural phenomenon, and Baris Arduc's performance turned him into a household name almost overnight. His ability to balance romantic charm with emotional restraint resonated deeply with audiences, earning him major awards and international recognition. More importantly, it established him as an actor capable of carrying a project on his shoulders without relying on exaggeration. Rather than staying confined to romantic comedy, Baris deliberately expanded his range. He took on emotionally demanding roles in projects such as Kuzgun, Küçük guest arcs, and later historical and action-driven productions like Alparslan, Büyük Selçuklu. Each choice reflected a desire to evolve, testing his limits through darker, more complex characters shaped by power, loyalty, and inner conflict. Baris' approach to acting is calculated and intentional. He avoids repetition, choosing scripts that challenge him physically and psychologically. This balance between popularity and depth has helped him remain relevant in an industry where trends shift rapidly and fame can be fleeting. Off-screen, his public image blends masculinity with composure. He maintains a low profile, rarely engaging in unnecessary media exposure. Known for his long-term marriage to actress Gups Özvi, Baris keeps his personal life private, reinforcing his focus on stability rather than spectacle. His lifestyle mirrors that same discipline. Fitness, structure, and balance play a central role, supporting both his demanding roles and long-term career sustainability. He is selective with brand collaborations, aligning only with projects that match his image and values. Baris Arduc's influence now extends well beyond Turkish television. With strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a dedicated fan base across Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America, he remains one of Turkey's most bankable male stars. His estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from acting, endorsements, and long-running collaborations built over time. What truly sets him apart is restraint. Baris understands the power of silence, subtlety, and emotional control. He doesn't chase trends. He builds longevity. That philosophy quietly defines every stage of his career. As of 2026, Baris Arduc stands not just as a leading actor, but as a symbol of measured success and intentional growth in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about her, a mix of sensitivity, strength, and screen presence that naturally draws attention. Ilayda Alisan didn't rush into the spotlight. She stepped into it with purpose, gradually shaping one of the most promising acting journeys of her generation in Turkish television. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight. Hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Ilayda Alisan was born on February 26, 1996, in Istanbul, Turkey. From an early age, she showed a strong curiosity for storytelling and performance. Unlike overnight sensations, her path was built through steady effort, auditions, and smaller roles that taught her patience and emotional control long before major recognition arrived. Her acting career began with minor appearances in television projects, but her first noticeable breakthrough came with roles in series like Kiralik and Sampion, where she proved she could hold her ground alongside experienced casts. These performances revealed her ability to convey vulnerability and inner conflict with subtlety, a quality that quickly set her apart. The defining turning point in her career arrived with Masumiyet, where her portrayal of Ella Yüksel left a deep impact on audiences. The role demanded emotional intensity, psychological depth, and resilience, and Ilayda delivered with a maturity far beyond her years. The performance earned critical praise and firmly established her as a serious dramatic actress. Rather than staying confined to one tone, Ilayda continued expanding her range. She reached wider audiences with Seversin, embracing romantic comedy while maintaining emotional realism. Later, her role in Ateş Kuşları showcased a darker, more grounded performance, reflecting her willingness to take on socially driven and emotionally demanding narratives. Ilayda's career choices reveal a clear strategy. She prioritizes character depth over trend chasing, selecting scripts that challenge her emotionally instead of repeating safe formulas. This balance between mainstream visibility and meaningful storytelling has allowed her career to evolve steadily rather than burn quickly. Off-screen, her public image remains composed and authentic. She avoids excessive exposure, choosing to let her work speak louder than headlines. Her presence at brand campaigns and fashion events reflects elegance rather than extravagance, aligning with her calm and focused personality. Her lifestyle mirrors this discipline. Ilayda values balance, personal growth, and mental clarity. She maintains a low profile, invests time in self-development, and approaches her career with long-term vision rather than short-lived attention. With a growing international audience through digital platforms and streaming services, her influence continues to expand beyond Turkish television. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent work in television, advertising collaborations, and brand partnerships, built gradually through credibility and trust. What truly distinguishes Ilayda Alisan is her emotional intelligence on screen. She brings restraint, realism, and depth to her characters, allowing audiences to connect without exaggeration. This grounded approach has become her signature and a key reason for her rising respect within the industry. As of 2026, Ilayda Alisan stands as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation, not defined by hype, but by growth, discipline, and artistic intention. Her journey reflects patience over speed and substance over spectacle. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.